So now we're going to go into the importance of nonverbal communication and energy. So what I want to do here is walk everyone through a little experiment that I hope can help you understand the power of nonverbal communication. When I'm working with people, something I like to remind them of is that your dog's primary mode of communication, it's not that they don't use their voices, but their primary mode of communication is heavily centered around presence, energy, body language, visual signals. So when you bring an animal into your home, I always tell people, first thing I want you to do is, you want to speak their language first, then you can teach them ours, right? So getting to understand what you're saying with your body language is the first step and is key. So I hope that this experiment will help with that. Tarika has no idea what I'm gonna do, and she's just gonna roll with it. So I'm gonna do a couple of different things with my body and see how she reciprocates it. And then I want to show you next how that relates to your dog, because I can't emphasize this enough, as Louis is pointing out to you very clearly, he is watching more than he's listening. I've been rambling on and on all day. He's tuned me out. He's like, I don't know what this lady's talking about, but he's watching me to figure out what the next step is. What should he do next? So you will have your time, my friend, but first, Tarika, I'm just gonna go and do a few things, and then whatever feels natural to you to reciprocate back, I want you to do. Okay. A little uncomfortable with that last one, right? Okay, so do not use my voice at all. Open up my arms. What does that mean? I'm looking to be embraced. She did that back, very natural. I went the other direction. I went like this. I moved away. She followed, and then I stepped into her a little too much, and no one is really comfortable with someone entering their personal space like that and in that manner. So she stepped back. She kind of, we could think of it with the dogs as like submitting a little and stepping back, like, hey, I ain't being confrontational. This is important because we tend to say one thing with our voices to our dogs and do something different with our body language and our energy. I see a lot of times people try to recall their dogs, get their dogs to follow them, but they're looking at them like this and they're towering over them and they have stern eye contact, because we tend to recall our dogs when they do something wrong, which we'll talk about that later. And your dog is either gonna look at you frozen or try to run the other way, right? So you want your dog to come to you, you're actually gonna shuffle back, you're gonna be like, oh, yes, good job, Louis. Similarly, if you want them to kind of stay where they are or even submit a little, Louis, yes, you're all gonna come for the show. So let's see if Ollie will step up. See how I moved into him and he sat back? Again, a little bit of that submitting. And then actually this is the first one I did, but probably the most important for everyone else to recognize is I want like this for Tarika to embrace me. Oh, he's gonna be too good of a boy and not do it. Let's see. There we go. All right, so he's been working with me for a long time, so he kind of knows that he probably shouldn't be jumping all over me, but he did it eventually. With my body language, I said that. I invited him to. Why this is the most important is because I'm always getting calls about, my dog is so excited, he jumps all over everyone, he mouths, he bites, but I see what the people do. And I see that instead of using more of the, hey, you need to settle body language, they're doing more of the, oh my God, yay, it's Louis, yes, and they're petting and they're doing, and then they jump and then they get mad. Well, that's not fair. I just told him with my body language to jump at me. I literally said that when I did that. So I want people to understand the messaging that they're getting across to their animals, and make sure that what you say with your voice or what you intend to say matches up with your body language. So an example that I like to give to a lot of people when I talk about energy, because they think I come in and maybe some people think I'm gonna break out some like salt crystals out of my bag and get all like hippy dippy, which totally cool too. Props to you if you do that. But the energy I'm referring to is just, it's presence, It's the existence or non-existence of tension. And the example I give is, let's say you're visiting a friend and they're hosting dinner, them and their partner, and you walk in. Let's say they just had a fight before you walked in. You don't have to ask them, did you guys just fight now? You feel it in the room. You see it in their body language. Maybe the intonation. They could be talking really nicely to each other, but you know underneath those words, there's venom. That's energy, guys. This is like, we experience it day in, day out. It can't be ignored because animals are so good at perceiving energy. You can say one thing, but if your energy and your body language says something different, the animals are looking at that, never mind what you said. So early on, I'd like to get us all used to focusing on that and even eliminating our voices to start. I will repeat this again and again throughout the series. Speak your dog's language first, then you can teach them ours. And you'll find too that it's our language as well, and it feels really natural. And I find it really calming to just like rely on what I'm saying with my body language, with my eyes. Eye contact is a huge thing as well, we'll talk about more. Just engaging in that manner and kind of throwing words away for a little bit, because we will and we do send a lot of mixed messages as humans.